I'm not even sure it's worth like talking about it because it's super depressing. Like,
Yeah, no, let's not talk about Fallout 76. But we're on the
it's
air now,
just.
so we can talk about things.
I guess we are talking about Fallout
We
76. I love
are.
it. I love that series, and it really it's a bummer, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like every time I've tried to play, it has been a crash or some glitch or some design feature that has been just impossible to work around. I had been stuck on a quest for like a week
Ugh.
because the guy that I was supposed to kill, the NPC, was
Uh-huh.
already killed. Every time that I entered a server, he was already dead. And it was just like,
What?
how is this designed this way? It's so
Yeah.
awful.
Ugh.
And it's sucking the fun out of it. Plus all the drama with the lawsuits and the canvas bag being the wrong
Oh, I
material, and
know.
now customer data being breached potentially. It's
Oh,
just
I
like,
didn't know that.
yeah, apparently the people who had submitted complaints concerning the Power Armor edition of
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 76, their complaints somehow got leaked, so all their addresses and everything were
Oh,
leaked,
jeez.
from what I've read. So I imagine Bethesda's just like, we're going home.
They're
Can't
just setting
even.
the office on fire at this point and walking away.
I mean, and I worry because I purchased, and I knew this game had iffy reviews going in, so I in no way do I bemoan my decision to make it $59.99.
Uh-huh.
Objectively, it was a terrible decision, but I was going
Sure.
to do it in any case. But I do kind of worry, like, oh no, is this game going to be discontinued like tomorrow? Like,
Yeah.
at what point is Bethesda going to just be like, no more updates, we're done? Because
Ugh.
there are trophies that don't even work for Fallout 76.
Oh my
So
gosh, really? That's awful.
yeah, people have 0% for like some of the major
Oh
trophies.
my
So
gosh.
it's frustrating. But not what I wanted to get into. Fallout 76 is super depressing. We're going into much more fun things, including an entirely new month. Happy December, Lauren.
Happy December, Tony.
You know what happens when there's a new month?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You know what happens when it's a new month?
Oh, there's new games.
I was going to say your rent is due, but you're right. There are new
Yeah, I
games.
mean that
December,
too. That too.
December PS Plus has been announced and is available. You can go and get these right now if you have the PS4, which most people do if you're a Sony
Yes.
person.
Yes.
You can get Soma, the sci-fi horror game. You can also get scrolling on Rush, which is an online team racing game for
Yeah.
PS4.
There's
If you're
cars.
still rocking the PS3, you can get Steriden and Steins Gate. And finally, if you've got that little PS Vita, you're still trying to make that a thing, you can play Iconoclasts, which is crossplay for PS4, and the indie gem Papers, Please. I'm super jealous that that's PS Vita only because it's a great game.
Hmm. I've never heard of that one.
Oh, no, yeah, only on PS Vita. It's great. It's like a little. You're given some instructions. Only allow the following passports into this fake country, and you play this basically a border guard. You're basically checking passports, and it gets more complicated, and you have incentives to sort of cheat the system to make a little extra money. It's very fun. It's very cheeky. It's a good game.
Interesting. Now I
Yeah.
wish I
So
could play
it's
that.
no, it's super fun, and it's like a complete shame that it's not going to be available.
Ugh, sucks.
Okay, so opening all of that up, welcome everyone to a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. Here lies the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and here lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. I am Tony, aka Paradox, and I'm always joined by my co-host.
Hello, I am Lauren, also known as Caustic Sofa, and we're the Branching Point and Click Gamers. And tonight we're trying to get one trophy in Burly Men at Sea. Welcome to our live Twitch viewers and to everyone else watching later on YouTube to Two Gamers, One Trophy.
Two gamers, one trophy. We have no music today because of technical difficulties,
Oh.
but just imagine a very cool, full orchestra. They're all behind me. They're playing. It's really intense.
It's
Burly Men at
perfect.
Sea is going to round out what ended up being a short in November for us. It was the third title and first indie title provided as part of November's PS Plus free game program.
Today will be the first time I'm actually hands-on with this game. I will give you my live first impression of Burly Men at Sea. What can you expect from the gameplay? Will this title be worth downloading? Stay tuned to find out. Meanwhile, Tony will be here with all the factoids and trivia, as well as being a resource to help me reach this episode's trophy challenge.
We here at Two Gamers, One Trophy don't just review all the free PS Plus titles each month. We'd like to add a little extra trophy challenge to our gameplay. And tonight we'll be doing an extra special challenge I like to call a pleasantly perfect playthrough platinum prize. Which means I'm challenging Lauren to get not just any trophy, I'm challenging her to get the mother effing platinum trophy for Burly Men at Sea. To do so, Lauren will be relying on my guidance throughout the playthrough to get the platinum in a single playthrough live on this week's episode.
What a challenge! We invite all of our live viewers to join in the Twitch chat. Let us know if you're playing along or tell us your impressions of the game. And for those of us joining later on YouTube, give us some internet cred, like, subscribe, and comment. No more delay. We start gameplay now.
So, there is a delay, but I don't think it'll be a problem guiding you through the gameplay here. We have a typical time span of 2 hours. I think we can get this done in about an hour and a half. I think we got this. So, you have the left trigger button and the right trigger button, and that expands the screen to the right or left, or tells your characters to move in that direction. And really, the only other control you have is the left stick to move the sort of navigator icon, and the X button to select whatever you're highlighted on the screen. So you'll select the bottle, and you'll be good to begin. While that happens, this game was developed by Brain and Brain, a husband and wife team, also published by Brain and Brain. This was one of 3 small indie titles. This one was definitely the one that was most known in the gaming community. It was released on September 19th, 2017 on PS4, and it's also available on iOS, Android, Switch, PC, and Mac, and it is rated E10 Plus by the ESRB Rating Board for fantasy violence.
Okay, so this map was in a bottle, but the only thing on it is the island that they already know.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, a lot of this game is reading, so if it's helpful to you to read it out loud or to summarize it out loud, that's fine, because a lot of this is basically just kind of text.
Sure, yeah. I mean, we could act it out like that one time we acted out that one game.
And I would love to, but I think that'll put us into 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, it'll be real long.
Try and really do it.
But
yeah.
I like the colors. I like the aesthetic of this game so far.
That is one of the most common compliments to the game, is it has this sort of Scandinavian artistic aesthetic, and it's very charming. I think you'll find the art style is charming, and also the humor that correlates to this. So you're going to go to the right.
Okay.
Feel free to explore the village this first time, because there's nothing you can do wrong here. But ultimately, you'll be going to the right. You'll be talking to a gentleman, I believe, either sitting and fishing or sitting and playing a musical instrument, or maybe sitting and chopping wood. It'll be obvious. There'll be the one there. After you get done, after you get done through his dialogue, you'll enter the coffee house to the right.
Okay. Cool.
While he expounds a little bit upon, who knows the mysteries of Map on the Island, I want to give the PS Plus description of this game. This is what Sony officially describes the game as. They say, one of Time's top 10 games of the year, Burly Men at Sea is a folktale about a trio of large, bearded fishermen who step away from the ordinary to seek adventure. Set in the waters of early 20th century Scandinavia, the game's story branches through a series of encounters with creatures from folklore. You play as a storyteller and wayfinder, shaping the narrative around 3 ungainly heroes. Play through once for a single tale, then set sail again to uncover new paths to new adventures. 5 out of 5 Time magazine, it's whimsical and charming, a real breath of fresh air. Paste magazine, a branching story, innovative controls, playful aesthetic, and includes cross-buy and save support for PS4 and PS Vita. So, this is a quaint little fairy tale Scandinavia, so of course you're inside of a Starbucks right now.
Yeah. This guy's beard is epic.
They're all epic beards.
Yes. That's true.
As he gets your cappuccino and expounds a little bit about the map, and I'm going through this kind of fast because I do need to focus on helping you.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Some trivia, the game was developed after the husband and wife team, which is David Candelora and Brooke Candelora, had gone on an 18-month stint as nomads. They developed the game in an old mill in the Ozarks with their puppy Oliver Doggins, who inspired the first game, Doggins. David was an employee of Pixar and Disney Animation, and Brooke has a background in design and illustration, according to their respective websites. If you love this game, you can also purchase from the PSN store Burly Minute C original soundtrack for $7.99. You can purchase the Burly Minute C avatars. There are 4 available at 99 cents each, or you can purchase the Burly Minute C Maestro Weird Edition, which includes the soundtrack and one of those avatars for $14.99.
That's fun.
Yeah. And finally, the composer for this game was Applied Sound. Normally we shut the sound off of these games, but honestly it's pretty mellow, so I don't think it'll present a problem here.
Cool.
And we will be getting every single trophy in this game, which means you'll be getting a platinum, 6 gold, 14 silver, 4 bronze. That's 25 trophies in total. Well, yay, every time you get one, there'll be 1,200 points. The trophy difficulty for this game, on average, according to psnprofiles.com, is an unsurprising 1 out of 10.
Yes, if you can get them all solidly in one playthrough.
And that is all the factoids I have for you. You're going to leave the store to the left by pushing L2. There you go. And then leaving. And you'll go back to your ship.
Oh, the outline on the door is so faint I couldn't see it. I was like, where do I go?
Normally we also have a trophy yay and trophy nay section in which I, as a bitter old man, complain about the trophy woes. And then, obligatorily give a compliment or so. But you, Lauren, will actually be taking over trophy yays and nays because you will be an expert by the end of this game on which trophy was enjoyable.
Okay, alright. I think I can handle that task. Maybe.
Alright, so essentially there are 12 different playthroughs we're going to do. Pretty rapid fire. You are now beginning your first playthrough, you're embarking on your very first adventure, and you've interacted with the ship. I'm sure that nothing will happen, and this will be very mild and calm. What do you think is Scandinavian accent?
I don't know.
I don't know either, and I don't know if that's because I'm just, not well traveled enough, or I can't picture it.
When I think Scandinavian, I think of Torbjorn from Overwatch, which maybe that's not right. I'm sure you're not familiar because you don't play that, but...
No, I think this makes you the expert. I'm going to go with yes, that is the correct accent.
Am I now in the belly of a whale and there are 3 long-haired people here? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, weirdly, the Disney animator has decided to recreate a Pinocchio scenario here. You're inside the whale, so you'll use the left. Which one have you got?
A great barnacled one.
Congratulations on trophy number 1, a bronze trophy. You got this for being swallowed by the whale.
Oh, well, I mean, that wasn't that difficult to do.
Listen, take your prizes and be happy.
Sure, absolutely.
I want you to interact with the girls with the X button and exhaust their dialogue. Once the dialogue ends, don't interact with them again. I'll let you know what to do next.
Okay.
I'm assuming these girls act as sort of a probiotic for the whale.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well. They keep his digestive tract running properly.
Yeah. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
So the nymphs seem to be a bit of a cultish. Please wait with us, and your adventure will
They're
continue.
sort of spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will not be waiting with them at first, so we're going to avoid chilling with them.
Okay.
After the dialogue, your character should grab a burning log.
Okay.
Now, we were supposed to play this game in November. I had a couple of No Shave November jokes, but that's not going to work out here anymore. You're going to go to the left now that you've exhausted all the dialogue. You're going to go all the way to the left until you see a couple of barrels floating in his stomach, gut, mouth. I'm really unclear where exactly
his innards.
you are. Okay, that's generic enough. Interact with the barrels. You'll get a series of dialogue. Exhaust that.
I like that they call them by what their traits are.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too. Also, like they're getting meta here, like, oh, we got a puzzle. You'll interact with the barrels a second time, and you should be putting them on.
Yep,
Good.
I'm wearing them.
Once you do that, you're going to go slightly to the right. You'll see I'm going to call it a door, but it's probably like an esophagus or something.
Yeah, it looks like a yin.
Yeah, you can interact with that, and your characters will go through the thing. It's kind of gross describing this, but go through the door.
Just walk through the whale's parts.
Scroll to the right when you get inside the, I don't know, mixed area.
I think you're like in his mouth now.
Yeah, I guess the back of his throat, but that's even less sense.
I think you're supposed to be, yeah, this doesn't make sense.
And then when they get done talking about their predicament, you're going to interact with the uvula. What a great word that is. Uvula. And now we're done playing Inner Space.
I got another trophy.
My gosh, good thing I didn't make this in one time, otherwise we would be done already.
Oh my gosh. Ruined it.
Congratulations on getting wooden trousers.
Thank you. Which way do I go?
For wearing trousers. You're going to swim to the right.
Okay.
Eventually they will start talking and exhaust that dialogue.
I like their swimming animation.
I haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, it's cute. It's just tilt slightly.
It looks like they're dancing.
Dance, 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 dance. After they get done talking, you're going to scroll again to the right. And you'll begin talking again. Time passes. Okay, so what we're seeing now is the Grim Reaper, of course. I mean, we've seen a whale, now it's time for Grim Reaper. You're going to engage in a race with him. And it's very easy to interact with this race. It sounds more nerve-wracking than it is. Basically, what you're going to do is the main character, Blondebeard over there, is going to want to try and win the race. And you're going to prevent him from doing so. To do that, you're just going to move the cursor to the blonde character, push X and hold it until he falls all the way behind. There'll even be a musical cue.
Oh, well,
so basically, we want him to lose the race.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're unsure because you can't hear the music, just keep holding it. Eventually, it'll get into the dialogue.
I like the way the Grim Reaper looks.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know we're going fast through this, but the art design is genuinely really nice.
Yeah.
It's calming, but it also leaves enough to the imagination because it's minimalist enough. It's just very good.
Yeah, it's great.
I had a lot of fun with my playthrough of this, and of course I'm also very excited that we're going all out on this one. Death appears to be depressed. Which makes sense. It's winter. Perhaps you should just take some vitamin D.
You should just take some vitamin D.
That's it. All you need, Death. He's looking a little pale. Okay, so Hasty Beard wants to win, but if you click on him with X and hold it, he will fall all the way behind.
Yeah, I got it. Wait, where did my cursor go?
It's okay, you don't have to keep the cursor on him.
Oh, okay.
As long as you're still holding it, yeah. All right, good. If you lost the race, they're going to talk a little bit more and let me know when a thing goes bling.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Thanks.
Oh, I got a trophy.
Congratulations, you've gotten complimentary trip to the afterlife, a silver trophy, which means that if I had challenged you to get a sliver of silver, you would have already accomplished that in 20 minutes.
That would have been a real short show.
Would have been, would have been. But we're keeping it up. Let's see how long it takes to get the gold. When they're done talking, you're gonna go to the right.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught that line. He says, "One simply does not sail into the afterlife."
Yeah,
And that feels like an odd
there-
meme reference.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you're in the cave. You're gonna go to the right. Once you go to the right, he'll kind of seal you in. And then you're gonna see a blue orb. You're gonna want to interact with that blue orb.
Ew. It's all blue now. Now what?
If dialogue appears, let it go through, and if not, you're going to want to go to the right, let the blue orb sort of recenter to the right, and then go to the right again.
Okay.
So ultimately, the blue orb should be in between sort of the two doors. Once it's done, it should have some more dialogue. And what you're basically going to have the choice is to enter either the left or right tunnel. I want you to enter the left tunnel. Do so by holding the L2 button and then, letting it go once the blue orb is in the tunnel. Perfect. If any dialogue appears, let that run through, and if none does, or if some does, then go ahead and go to the right when it's done. Your characters decide Geronimo.
Hope you don't mind getting your beards wet. Geronimo!
I love the jumping animation. Very cute.
Yes, this whole game is very cute.
Yeah, again, a two-person development team, everything written, done, everything except for the music, which was done by, again, Applied Sound. They did a fantastic job. They're very talented. And I have nothing but respect. I don't mean to spoil the ending, how we enjoying it or not, but I am at this point.
Am I supposed to be... I'm going down, is that what I'm supposed to be doing?
Yeah, you're going to go down. Ultimately, you're going to end up going to the right when you get a choice, but not before you get a couple of trophies. You've gotten one. You've gotten the silver trophy, getting your beards wet.
Yes.
I know that doesn't make much sense as a title for the trophy based on what's happened just now, but it's because your beards are wet. That's why you got that trophy.
Oh my gosh, thank you for clarifying. I really had no idea.
Yeah, as a man, I felt the urge to explain most everything. The syncing animation takes a bit. Originally, this game took a little bit longer. There's a bit of an exploit that we're going to take advantage of because we don't actually need to complete each cycle. We just need to get every trophy in the cycle. So this one time you're going to see the ending, and after that we're going to kind of skip the endings.
Okay.
There's nothing of significance in the ending. It's essentially the same scene over and over again, which is talking with this line creature. What would you call this? A seahorse?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
The men nod unnecessarily. So our sea god creature is telling us, good job for finding me. You've completed a path, but seek out all the paths. The journey is the point of everything. It's not reaching the end, which is already cute. It's already cute that the game is sort of imploring you to enjoy your adventure no matter where it takes you. I would say without a guide, this normally would have taken you about 30 to 40 minutes to complete, somewhere in there.
Sure.
So that basically means that a single playthrough of this game would be 30 to 40 minutes, which is pretty accurate with howlongtobeat.com, the site that we normally use as a sort of average aggregator. So congratulations on beating an entire playthrough of the game and getting your first gold trophy of the game, Bearded Travelers.
Thank you.
If I had asked you to get a garnish of gold challenge, you would have already done that at 26 minutes. So good thing we didn't choose that as well.
Phew.
I struggled with the choice. We've never done a platinum before. I struggled a lot with the choice of what we're going to call this. I ended up going for alliteration. But I was going to go with a pinch of platinum, so that was the alternative.
I do like alliteration.
It's open to. Yeah, I do too. So as you walk onto land for the first time, you're going to go all the way to the left, all the way until you see a house, as soon as you can. There might be some dialogue.
Puffins.
Puffins are cute.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen one in real life, I don't think.
I maybe have it at a zoo, maybe?
I don't do a lot of zoos. They kind of depress me.
Really? I like zoos because they have a large role in animal conservation.
Oh, no, yes. For the most part, if the zoo is well done,
yes.
A lot of it's not just for profit, it goes to conservation or whatever. It's fine. I don't have this, against it. But there's something just psychological that for me, it's, they're stuck in cages. It's stupid and impersonal.
Yeah, I get it, but also, better than them not being alive at all.
You're right.
Because we killed them all.
Right. So you're in the middle of the sea and nowhere, and congratulations, you found the Starbucks. All Starbucks are magically linked by Portal. That's just a fun fact about life. I don't know if you knew that. So if you ever want to save, on travel to Japan or whatnot, just go to a Starbucks and sneak in the back.
Sure.
It's Tony's tip of the day. And it is right, for anyone listening, I am advocating for you to break into a Starbucks illegally, enter a restricted area. That's Tony's advocation. Just trying to get us sued. So you can go through the dialogue here, and then ultimately what you're going to want to do is go back out of the house and go interact with the ship again. We're kind of skipping a lot of what the guy's saying, but basically he's saying the story is not finished yet. Here's one book that you unlocked with a code you can see there, 14448. You're going to fill up the bookcase. In our situation, we're not going to fill up the bookcase because this exploit we're going to use means that we're going to skip the bookcase. But again, you're not missing anything. The dialogue remains the same. The characters know that you've gone through all of these cycles, but for some reason the bookcase won't fill up if you do it this way. But the thing that I do want to say at this point is those codes in the books have a purpose. If you were to go back in the shop right now and talk to the gentleman again, he would say to you, the mystery is even deeper. Go to burlyminutec.com/mystery to find out more. And if you do that and enter in the code, you'll be redirected to a website in which you can actually purchase the real-life book version of the adventure that you just went on.
Huh. Whoa.
With your specific choices.
That's interesting.
Yeah. They have, I think, 15 or so, 12 or 13 different books. If you don't have a code, you can purchase a random book in which they just select the path for you. So you can't actually pick. You have to have the code to get the book that you want. It's cute. I mean, you know, there's a level for me that I appreciate. I appreciate the game. I appreciate the art and the story and its cuteness and its meta. It's got this kind of charm to it. Mm-hmm. But there is a tiny bit of it that for me is like, you know, their story of, oh, we were disconnected from society for 8 months and we have a dog and the dog's like literally part of our company. You know, and you know, you can buy the books. It feels a little bit hippy-dippy to me. Yeah. And I'm not normally one to be so judgmental on that kind of stuff, but it definitely is like, you guys are coming on heavy with this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's my personal little...
Yeah, it's like they're coming on a little bit too strong with the cutesy.
Yeah. You know, and it's like, if you read the book, it's like, you know, bound and it's organically, it's like, okay, like, I get it. I get what you're doing there, but again, it's a video game too.
Okay, I've interacted with the boat again.
Good. You're gonna go to the right, and spoilers, you're gonna get eaten by a whale.
Oh my god, a whale!
The dialogue has changed slightly. All the characters and all the interactions that you've done for the second time will be unique, but they won't be unique after this. So it'll just be, you know, like, oh, this again? You know, so that it's at least acknowledging that you've done this before.
Okay.
The first playthrough, we're gonna call playthrough Where the Barrels, Lose the Race, Left Tunnel. This playthrough is going to be Where the Barrels, Lose the Race, Right Tunnel. So we're
okay,
going to see
so
a
I
little
do
bit
everything the same except the tunnel.
Exactly. Talk to the girls, have them go through their shortened version of the dialogue, get the fire stick, don't talk to them a second time, and go all the way to the left. I do like their dialogue. It's very crazy cult, but
yeah.
not in like a aggressive way. Just in a, oh my goodness, let's go. Mm-hmm. You know, put on those barrels because they were so cute. When I read about the books, I was like, oh my goodness, I bet they sell the barrels. I bet they sell, like, you know, a tiny version of the ship and the whale. They don't. I mean, they hit some success with this. I mean, yeah. Time Magazine really did proclaim this as like, holy shit, this game is amazing. But, you know, Time Magazine is not involved in the gaming industry. They don't have exclusive game journalists. So for them, it was like, you see, it can be art. And I found that a bit like, go
yeah,
go back
I mean, Time Magazine is a little bit pretentious. It's
so
intellectual is the thing.
Yeah. And so I appreciate they received this award, and I do love these sort of unique takes on interactive experiences by a video game. I think that's something that's valuable, and I'm glad that we do it. You know, it's a little bit like, this isn't the end all. I mean, this is cute, but we've done better with big budget traditional games. Let's not pretend like that's not art too.
Yeah. Yes. Fair point.
You're going to meet death again.
Uh-huh.
Because you were cursed to repeat the same thing over and over again.
It's like Groundhog's Day.
It is. But, you know, more esoteric. You're still going to lose to him, so you're going to hold on to Mr. Blondie Beard. 34 minutes, and we've got the yawn of the game. I'm hoping to be entertaining through this because, you know, we are going to probably get pretty close by the end of this video to 2 hours. Just a heads up there.
Okay.
But as I played it by myself, around playthrough 10, I was like, okay, the game is very charming. Very charming. Let's wrap it up. It's so charming.
It's like saccharine at that point.
Yeah, it gets to be a little like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And I don't think the intention is to play this more than once. I think you're supposed to play it for the 30 minutes, put it down, maybe in a week or so. Oh, I'm in the mood for some chamomile tea. And, oh, how about another playthrough of Burly Minute C? That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have to be a British woman to play this.
It feels like you have to be. It feels like you should be.
Reginald, come here. Time magazine said it was Game of the Year.
Did you just say Reginald?
Yes.
That's hilarious. My boyfriend's real name is Reginald.
Yes! I love it. Please tell him that is my go-to old British man name. That is absolutely it.
I will tell him that. He's also a third, so he's the third in a line of Reginald.
What? How did I not even know this? I love it. I love it so much. I really hope that he occasionally leans into it because that's amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
That's amazing. Ah, he's so lucky. A third. I'm a junior. No one respects a junior. Terrible. Alright, so you've been trapped in the cave again. Our characters acknowledge it, which is cute. You'll interact with the blue orb another time. But this time, after you've interacted with the blue orb, we're going to go to the right 2 times. And you're going to end up in the center of the 2 tunnels again. But this time, you're going to go in the right tunnel.
Cool.
Cool. Now, we're going to get to the point where we're getting so duplicative that you don't need me to... You'll be like, God, do this,
like,
this,
I
this.
understand.
So, we'll branch into other topics of conversation, but at first, I want you to kind of get a grasp on what's happening. All white. You rascally rabbit. We've entered the right tunnel. You're going to go to the right. You're going to exhaust any dialogue if it appears. I think it will appear. And let me know when you get another bling. Is it a bling or is it more like a bring? How would you describe the trophy sound? Is it a pop? Is it more of a pop?
I think it's more of a pop.
Yeah,
but
I think I'm going
one.
to coinage. Oh, good job. It did pop. You've got another silver trophy called the back door.
Do I get in this little rowboat?
You do get in the little rowboat. And then once you're in the rowboat, you're going to interact with the rope on the left. And that'll set you a-sailing.
Oh my gosh, it's like real hard to get this.
Yeah, I actually had trouble too. I was like, am I in the right boat? How did I do this? But you'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
To the right?
To the right.
It's pretty.
I mean, it's cute. I mean, it's cute. What can you say? I mean, I enjoy it, and I think for a single playthrough, if we'd stopped and reviewed it after a single playthrough, I think that we would have a different opinion than we're gonna have after 12 playthroughs, because we're gonna feel a little bit like oversaturated in the cuteness. But you can tell there's a lot of care put into it. I mean,
yeah. Am I like sailing in the sky now? That's what it feels like.
A little bit, doesn't it?
Oh, she just comes up to meet me.
So this is variation 2 of, let's call her Seahorse Goddess. What was that one game, another indie game that was released around the same company that made Journey? I think it's called That Company. That's the name of the company. And it was like you're a creature and you keep eating other sea creatures and getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I played that.
Oh, I think it's called Flow. And the whole thing is you use the PlayStation's kind of like a sim access controller to navigate. Anyway, the design looks just like that. that's it. You should be able to go to the right, or eventually I think you'll get another pop. Pop, pop, pop it.
Pop. Pop-up video.
Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about that in fucking 20 years.
Me either, actually. I don't know.
And now the second thing that came to my head, almost instantly when you said that was, pop. I did the bit, pop. I do pop.
Well, I just got a pop. I got well met.
Ah, good. You got another gold trophy, so you are just racking up the points. Now listen, as you go all the way to the Starbucks on the left, because I need a chai latte like right now, how many platinums have you gotten in your life?
0. I have 0 platinums.
Lauren, I don't mean to be vulgar, but are we about to you know, to pop a trophy here?
We're about
so
to pop
speak?
a trophy.
My goodness.
So does
That is exciting. Pop indeed. Well, that's awesome. You know, that's not to say, and a lot of the reason that you probably don't have it is because you're a busy lady. You're the busiest person in the world.
Yes.
Or somewhere in there.
Undoubtedly.
You're in the spectrum. Let's say yes. Let's say you are. I didn't do any research. I'm going to say it definitively. Because you're the most busy person in the world, you don't have time to be doing, 60-hour playthroughs of a game, even if you love it,
Right.
And a lot of the reason that we do this show, if I may be so bold to suggest the reason we do this, is because we want to know if something is worth your limited amount of time. And luckily, this game, we can actually complete to its entirety. So that's kind of exciting.
Yes. Yes. This game, like, if I was just giving this a one-time playthrough, I'd be pretty satisfied. Like you said, if you play through once, you get like the gist of it, and then maybe in like 3 weeks' time, you're like, oh, that was a cute little game. Let me just like see what else I can do.
Yeah, totally.
All right, I'm back on the boat. Now what?
Yes. We could have skipped about 2 minutes of that. I apologize. Because once we get the final trophy, I need to let you know, because then you can hit the options button, brings you to start, and you can click on return to ship and skip the ending, because there's no reason to go through the ending every time.
Oh, okay.
So sorry about that.
No,
Congratulations on beating ending number 2. We're now in ending number 3. This one I'm going to call Wear the Barrels, Win the Race, Escape the Maelstrom. You already have the fire, so you don't need to interact with the girls.
Okay.
Just go all the way to the left, interact with the barrels.
I put the barrels on, I win the race.
That's right. Put those barrels on. Force your way through the inner digestive system of the whale with an open flame that should be harmless. Grab his mouth hangy thing. And then get violently coughed out of his... Oh, what do you call that? The blowhole? It's blowhole, right?
Yeah.
I don't think this whale is anatomically correct.
This whale is not, but no, there's no way this whale is correct in its anatomy at all. In any way, shape, or form.
I'm calling bullshit on Scandinavian whales. Either way, interact with the nonsensical uvula, which will send you to the shouldn't be there blowhole. You'll fly out of the whale, you'll land in the sea again. Your characters will incredulously go, oh no, and interact with Death himself.
After a long time of paddling to the right.
Paddle, 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 paddle. Ugh, it's exciting you're gonna get a platinum. I'm super into this. Your very first one.
Yay.
Gosh, I think my very first platinum might have been... Actually, it might have been Fallout 3. Yeah. The first game I ever played was Little Big Planet. But that platinum I didn't get till many, many, many years later, like 8 or 9 years. Because the platinum was very difficult. You had to have like 50 unique people like your Little Big Planet level.
Oh, sure.
And they had to favorite it, and it was very difficult. And the way that I got it was because I made a cute little proposal to my husband.
Yeah, you
and
did.
It got over 50 likes, and it got me the platinum. So I got married, in case you're wondering. I got married and made a proposal just to get a platinum trophy. You can quote me on that.
I will.
So you're gonna win the race this time. So all you have to do instead of grabbing onto Hasty Beard, you're gonna grab onto the Grim Reaper.
That was easy.
So now you've won the race. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now we're on a whole new path. Let me know when you get a pop. In case you're wondering, the Grim Reaper's mood does not improve upon you winning.
The long way. Trophy earned.
Congratulations on another silver trophy.
Thank you. Do I go right?
You do go right. You're just racking them up. You'll swim to the right, you're going to exhaust some more dialogue, and you're going to end up inside of a maelstrom.
Ooh.
I know, there's no reason we have to get gendered about this. It could be a female strum. I don't know. I haven't checked. And you don't need to check.
I mean,
it's
if
not
it
a
tells
biological
us it's a
thing.
maelstrom, we're just going to go, it's a maelstrom.
Exactly. And if it doesn't even want to be part of that binary, it doesn't need to.
No.
I feel like this game is really being a little bit too, non-PC. So just calling that out. So you're going to enter the maelstrom, and you're going to hold the left trigger button, and it's going to basically shrink the maelstrom. It may even seem like nothing is happening, but if you're holding the left trigger button, then the maelstrom sequence will end with the maelstrom kind of getting very small.
Okay.
You'll see it visually. You'll understand that it's like, oh, okay. It's hard to explain without seeing it. So I would say just keep holding that left trigger button. It will be when it looks like, almost like a Donkey Kong level. There you go. Good deal. Okie dokie. So your barrels will continue floating, and you should be getting another.
Out of the something trophy.
Very good. Out of the deepening darkness. Another silver trophy, and another pop.
More to the right?
Alright, we're done actually. You don't need to continue this. Hit the start button, and you'll be given a couple of options. One of the options is return to the island, or return to land, or return
Back
to the
to
ship.
the village?
Return to the Jedi? Yes, back to the village.
Return to the
Click on Back to the Future. Once you get back there, you're going to then enter the ship another time. Now, the only difference is that we have not collected another book. There's no trophy associated with collecting the books. And to be honest, there's no change in the dialogue in any way. Even the gentleman at the end of the game will go, "Congratulations on filling the bookcase." And you're like, "I didn't, Starbucks Barista. Also, my name is not spelled that way. John is a very simple name. How did you misspell it?" This ending is going to be called Wear the Barrels, Win the Race, and Do Not Escape the Female Strum.
Walking to the barrels so I can wear some barrels. Everything's better when you sing it.
It is. I'm glad you agree. I'm glad they were both singers. I sing most of my day. Steve even comments like, "Do you need to sing every time you shower?" And I'm like, "Yes. I am on volume 7 of songs to sing to. Let me do this." Alright, so you're putting on your Gucci barrels, or Gucci knockoff barrels. It's really hard to tell with these low-res graphics. Once you get them on, you'll go through the, I don't know, spleen, and pull on the
bad
tonsil,
anatomy.
whatever, and get out of the big fish tank.
Whales aren't fish.
This is not even a thing, so he can be a monkey. Once you get out of the whale, you're going to go all the way to the right, interact with Grim Reaper, grab onto him so that he'll lose the race, because you want to win the race.
I want to win the race. do, do. I love that the hasty one always has to be out front. When they like start getting closer together, he like paddles a little bit.
Yeah. No, he's. I mean, you know, my one, I guess, complaint is that while we have the hasty one has a little bit of sort of character development, the other two don't, and it just kind of feels like, wow.
No, here in this part,
Yeah.
when they meet the Grim Reaper, the brave one comes out front briefly.
Oh. I like that you're getting a chance to really examine the psychology of these three literally pixel copy versions of each other. I do like the animation of the one constantly falling asleep and getting wet. It's like, come on, dude. This is the fifth time this has happened. All right, we're doing good. We are getting through these trophies quick. So you're doing great. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. We can do this.
Cool. We're doing it.
That was your pep talk. Next time, I need you to pep talk me so I can give you another pep talk so we can handle that.
Okay. All right.
Cool. So you have won the race. Congrats on that. I forget what we're doing now. Oh, we're going to the right, and we're going to get into another maelstrom.
Yes.
I'm keeping track. I know what's up.
You know what we're doing.
I literally have a text guide in front of me. Like, there should be no reason that I don't know what's going on.
Do you have like a flow chart?
I do have a flowchart, and I should thank PlayStationTrophies.org because they have not only a text guide, they've got links to YouTube videos, a video guide of everything, and they have a really cool sort of infographic of all the different paths that you can take. So they really outdid themselves for a game that's like 2 hours to do everything. So good show, everybody. You really came together on this.
Pat them on the back, man. So I do nothing?
No, you are going to do something. You are going to hit R2. That's going to extend the maelstrom.
Okay.
And keep holding it. It'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And unfortunately, you have to wait for your three characters to go all the way down. There we go. There they go.
Ooh, getting faster. Oh, my eyes. It's like a optical illusion.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's cute. The design is cute. They've taken just a couple of lines and a couple of movements. They've made something that's really charming. So it's all I have is compliments. It gets old, but they did a good job.
Trophy.
The trophy is called Into the Deepening Darkness, another silver trophy, and of course the opposite of Out of the Deepening Darkness. So congratulations on that. You're doing great. Blah 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 blah. Go ahead and hit the start button and get back to your ship.
But the narwhal.
Go Back to the Future Part 2.
Ship. Sails going.
Holy shit. This ending is going to be called No Barrels, Defeat the Jellyfish, and Talk with the Wizard.
Whoa, there's a wizard.
I was going to say, whoa, there's a jellyfish, but hey, to each their own.
I like jellyfish.
Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to interact with the ship, which you've done. We're going to let the dialogue go. We're going to sail to the right. That's done. If you already have the fire, don't interact with the girls.
Okay.
Do you have the fire?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're just going to go right into the gullet. No barrels, just go right into the gullet.
Okay.
Or, again, whatever. And very unclear
whatever this
where you are.
yin-yang thing is.
Right into the gullet and interact with the uvula. First chance you get. This seems like a terrible idea. It is, but do it anyway.
Okay.
Ba, ba, ba. Can't wait to see what happens. I'm so excited. Tickle it. Tickle it.
They're talking. I can't.
You can talk and tickle, but that's fine.
I mean, I can. I don't know what these guys do.
Well, they can do weird things.
Oh. It's cold in my house. Fountain of the Faithless.
Congratulations on getting another bronze trophy, Fountains of the Faithless. Frankly, I'm getting tired of congratulating you. That's how awesome you're doing. So, you're doomed, but go ahead and
Yeah.
swim to the right. Why
Okay.
not?
Yeah.
And then after you get, sort of bored and go, I don't understand, nothing's happening, I've been swimming to the right for way too long, go ahead and stop swimming to the right, swim a little bit to the left, and then swim to the right again.
What if I just held the button forever?
Well, this is going to be a long episode. Oh my god, swim to the left already.
I did. I did.
Okay,
now.
good. Okay. So now you swim to the right another time. We have now seen the, hopefully, giant, spoiler, jellyfish. It's not actually land. Alright, so I believe this gets a little bit complicated. Let's see here. You're going to see the island, you're going to talk a bit, then the jellyfish is going to attack because, it's jellyfish.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what you're going to do. The jellyfish is going to try and attack you with his tentacles. You're going to want to move your cursor over one of the tentacles when it lands and click X. One of the burly men should grab it and hold it.
Okay.
Let me know when he does that.
Well, it's hard because they move so fast.
Yeah, I would keep it on one side and wait till he gets there and then just do it.
But now that this tentacle has
Uh-oh. Look at him. Good boy. Good boy.
I got it.
Okay, good. Now you're going to want to do the same thing with the left one. Okay, and I believe they're going to comically tie him up.
They sure did.
Classic.
Aw, now he's crying.
Aw. I mean, I feel bad for him. Normally jellyfish will, they keep to their own.
Yeah.
And if they attack you, just pee on them. Or you pee on yourself. Do you pee on them or do you pee on yourself? You pee on yourself. Doesn't make sense to pee on them.
Pee on the jellyfish.
That's me at the beach going, a jellyfish, quick, pee on it. Sorry, this is like, seriously, what the F?
It's got a trophy.
Congratulations, another bronze trophy called A Bargain to Make. You are going to now be on an island, maybe, or a cave, or somewhere. The jellyfish is going to take you somewhere. When you get there, there are going to be... The guy calls them curtains. I respectfully disagree. I think it's a waterfall,
This
maybe?
is definitely a waterfall.
Yeah, so hold
It
either
even
L2
says
or R2.
waterfall in the freaking dialogue.
The guy calls it a curtain, which is... I disagree. So, I was giving you comments earlier. I take them back. This is a terrible guide. Hold R2 or L2 to open up the curtains, and the Grand Wizard will speak to you.
It gives me music.
Nice. Everyone loves music.
Yeah, we were just talking about how much we like to sing.
I give it to you, the king of pop. After the wizard gets done, you're going to want to speak to him another time.
Okay.
Now, again, the game is unclear. I had to reopen the curtains to speak with him. So if that's what you have to do, go ahead
Yes.
and do it.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Wizard is not pleased, and
He takes me into the sea. Thus thy fate is sealed.
Congratulations on another gold trophy.
Thank you.
Gosh, you were killing it. And you're under the water, you know what that means.
Hit start.
That's right, or die a horribly watery death. Either one. I'm fine with either. Ending number 6. We are halfway there, and in an hour, we're killing it with time. You're doing fantastic.
Cool.
This ending I'm going to call No Barrels, Pee on the Jellyfish, and Take the Raft.
Pee on the jellyfish.
That's right, pee on the jellyfish. Speaking of nonsensical marine life, the creator of SpongeBob passed away.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad. We've been like not doing an episode for some time. A lot of stuff has happened. Yeah, he passed away, which is like, you know, childhood and depressing.
Yeah.
And,
Aw.
so that's a thing.
I like that their shoes match their beards.
I never noticed that. So, skip the girls, skip the barrels, go right into the throat, and interact with the uvula. Once you interact with the uvula, am I saying that right? Uvula? Ovaltine?
Uvula.
Uvula. I keep saying it, it sounds weird. It's like when you say something too many times, and it's like, that's not a word.
It has lost all meaning.
Alright, so once I get my sense of the English language back, you will fly out of the whale's body. You will go to the right? Right, yes. Go to the right, go to the jellyfish island, and then do the same thing. Beat them up because you are terrible conservationists.
No, I have to beat him up again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't actually pee on it. That was...
I was like, what are you talking about?
I do like the dialogue here because the first go round, they were like, "Oh, it's an island! Oh no, it's a monster!" And here they're purposefully just stupid. They walk on and they go, "Wait a minute, wasn't this like?" Oh
Yeah.
shit! I find that cute. I like that you're adamant and like not waiting for it. You're like, "No, I will get it when it lands." I don't think you did wait for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so tie up that tentacle. He's kind of tentacool.
Wait.
Oh gosh, I want to switch so bad just to play Pokemon. Is that terrible?
I would like a Switch for when Animal Crossing comes out, so...
Yes, I'm all for that.
Can you stream from a Twitch?
Probably. I mean, people do it, so I'm gonna go with yes. I don't think it's like a native thing that you can just do it with like the PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Which I love that the PlayStation just push this button and you're streaming. Like it's so nice.
Yeah. Curtains.
Okay, so open up the curtains the one time to the wizard, let him do his dialogue, and then do not open the curtains again. It means do not push L2 or R2 again after the dialogue closes.
Okay.
This actually frustrated me. It took me an extra 20 minutes because I couldn't figure out how to do the next step. And basically just don't do that again. So when you're done talking and it's closed, let me know.
Yeah, it's closed.
Okay, you're going to interact with the raft by using the the right stick to move the thing and just push X on the raft.
Oh no! Oh, whew.
All good?
I almost opened the curtains again accidentally.
What have you done?
No, I got it though. I'm on the raft.
Okay, cool. You should be getting another popsicle.
Be gone!
Congratulations, another gold trophy. And now that you've gotten the gold and I've become bored, go ahead and just reset the universe.
Reset. Boat.
Ending number 7. We're going to call this one No Barrels. Be taken by the jellyfish and become human.
But aren't they already human?
Don't question it. Become human. Alright, interact with that ship. Get swallowed by that whale because, you know, he's just incapable of going any other direction.
The sea only goes one way, Tony.
You know, it's true. It's true.
I am gonna.
It's because,
oh.
and fun fact, it's because the Earth, you know, the flat plane that we live on, it's actually slightly tilted, so gravity sort of pulls it all one way.
Yeah, that's true.
Science. Florida public education. Do not interact with girls. You're already holding the fire. Go straight into the belly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wherever. Go wherever. Touch that uvula.
It's uvula.
Like I said that. Interact with that. Exhaust the dialogue. Get out of the whale. Just leave. Just leave.
Sorry, I was turning the heat up because it's cold in this house.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just get out of this whale. You've left this whale so frequently and so often.
You'd think that this whale would get tired of eating me to not eat me. You know what I mean?
No, listen, Lauren. I have the perfect analogy. It's like my love for Taco Bell. I'll let your imagination just take it from there.
I think we're done on that topic.
Okay. Where were we? Yes, go pick a fight with the jellyfish.
Okay.
But this time, do not beat up the jellyfish. Here's what you're gonna do, and you already kind of got spoiled a little bit. The jellyfish eventually is gonna grab one of your characters. When it does that, interact with the tentacle that's holding your character.
Okay.
Drop him. You're gonna need to do this 3 times. So he's gonna grab you, touch that tentacle, he'll drop it.
Okay.
Grab you, touch the tentacle, drop it. Grab you, touch tentacle, drop it. This can take some time. It's kind of our random. What's the not RPG? RNG. Wow, I brain froze on that. It's RNG. So just whatever happens, just wait it out.
Okay.
Didn't these guys have jobs or like a life?
They were fishermen or something.
And they were like, you know what? Let's just go on an endless series of adventures instead of getting food. Okay, so Mr. Jellyfish is trying to get his head lice taken care of. I'll watch patiently. Alright, you take care of it once, 2 more times. Let me...
That's
Have
3.
you been stung by a jellyfish?
No, I have never.
Is the reason you said that like a robot? The answer to your question is negative. Okay.
Vengeance
Have you ever
satisfied.
been wet before, Lauren?
What is water? In terms of water, this is very wet.
Fantastic. Okay, well, congratulations for Vengeance Satisfied, another silver trophy. We're now going to turn into seals because, hey, why not? Anything's possible, magic. Once that happens, the seals are going to give you very explicit instructions to move to the right, but stick together. Don't let your distance get too far apart. So what are we going to do? We're going to hold that R2 button and get as far apart from each other as possible. I do love that line. They have a couple of screenshots of the game on the PlayStation Store, and the "nice day" comments a passing seal is one of the lines, and it did make me chuckle. It was like, okay, that's amusing. Yeah, this is happening. I don't know why the brothers all of a sudden can't breathe underwater. It hasn't been an issue the rest of the game, but all of a sudden it's an issue here.
Oh, their noses are the colors of their beards.
There you go.
Okay.
You ever been turned into a seal by a magical
By a
counterpart,
jellyfish?
Just trying to keep the convo going,
Nope, I cannot say that I have. Although, maybe I dreamed it. You never know with dreams. Weird things happen.
They don't seem weird until you wake up and you're like, why did I not question
You're like,
that turning into
why
a
did I
seal
just
was not a
like,
possibility?
yeah, why was I totally cool with whatever just happened in my dream? In need of assistance.
Congratulations on another silver trophy. Save some for the rest of us, Lauren. And while you do that, you can go ahead and quit. No. No. Quit and go back to the beginning of the game.
Boat, whale.
I know what you're saying. Tony, can I please play 4 more times? Fine, you got it. 4 more times. Here we go. Ending number 8. No barrels, be taken by the jellyfish, and remain a seal.
Like forever?
Yeah, like for all time.
It'd be so hilarious if you were a seal in all the next playthroughs.
Welcome back to 2 Seals, 1 Trophy. The flippers make it very difficult to play, but we still manage. Also, the PlayStation does not do so well with water. Okay, so these poor nymphs who are patiently waiting, going, are they ever going to chill with us? I mean, this is like the 10th time they've been here.
They're like, we're offering them drugs. Why don't they just stay here?
I mean, do we smell? What's up? Do we smell? What's going on? Okay, better be indefinitely pooped out or whatever the hell's happening. So, okay, you are being evacuated. After you're evacuated, you're gonna go to the right. The jellyfish is gonna attack you. Let the jellyfish beat you up with more RNG. I find this to be the most frustrating. And I know we haven't done this whole thing yet, but in my opinion, the trophy associated with letting the jellyfish beat you is the worst trophy of the game. Because imagine, for a second, that I was not here telling you what to do.
Right.
It would be very unclear what you're supposed to do, because you're supposed to let him get you, attack him, get you again, attack you, get you again, attack you. And it's not a pattern that's recognizable. So, in my opinion, this is the weakest part of the game. It's not very clear what you're supposed to do, and there's a trophy associated with it. So this entire branching path, I think, would be lost on a casual player. So for me, this is the trophy name of the game, but we'll come to yours whenever you feel like you are knowledgeable about them all. While we wait for the brothers to scramble this.
You think they're brothers?
Are they not brothers?
I just assumed that they were like dudes who went fishing together.
You think they're just bros? Not brothers.
Yeah, I don't think they're literally brothers. I mean, they could be, I don't know.
I mean, their last name is Beard.
No, I think that's just descriptor, right?
Wait.
Because their names are like Hasty, Brave, and Steady. Those aren't their real names. Those are descriptors of them. Right? Right?
Maybe. I literally assumed their last name was Beard.
I mean, maybe they are brothers. Maybe they're the Beard brothers. I don't know. I never thought of it like that. I just thought Hasty Beard. That's just what they call him because that's how he is. That's how he acts. He's hasty.
No, I love it. It totally could be. That's fantastic. Listen, as you're watching later on YouTube and you have an opinion, let us know. Are they the Beard brothers, or are they just bros who like to describe themselves based on their physical characteristics? Which one of those things is true? Are you hashtag Team Lauren or hashtag Team Tony?
Oh.
Okay, so the guy has attacked you. You're going to turn into seals again, because, why not? Now this time, and this is going to be a little bit more complicated than anything you've ever done before in this game, but no pressure. You're going to go all the way to the right, but as soon as the bubble starts to kind of square out, as it did before, you're going to release the button and let your guys come together. But it's going to be a little bit slow going, but essentially, don't let the bubble pop. Don't get too far apart. Keep moving to the right, but let go of the trigger once you feel like, okay, I've gone too far. Eventually, you will, get to the surface. Don't let that bubble pop. You want cookies to pop. You don't want bubble.
Don't let the bubble pop.
What is that from?
I don't know. I just started singing it.
That's your imagination.
That's my brain. That's Lauren's tired brain coming up with weird stuff.
Gotcha. No, I appreciate your diligence in what I've told you to do. But you can go a little further out than that.
Nope.
Seals stick together, man. It's what they do. Oh my gosh. Hour 4, we're still seals, everybody.
Seals for life.
It's a real magical life. I should have clarified to Lauren not to remain seals for all time. That's my bad, everybody. That's my bad. Eventually, you'll get to the surface. And what happens then?
How can I get to the surface if I'm going to the right?
Well, eventually they'll start going up. I would say you're safe until it develops a corner. Once you're getting a corner, then you have to back off. Oh my god, just that was true shit. There you go. Ah, that's hilarious. You're like,
I'm just being diligent, you know?
You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. Hey, what is the other game, Valiant Hearts? I thought you had gotten the platinum in that one.
No, I can't get that last trophy.
Oh, the car one? The car race one?
No, not the car. The one with the, like, not
The
messing up.
medical
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good game, though.
No, it's a great game. If you've never played Valiant Hearts, I highly recommend it.
Ubisoft's sort of rare foray into the indie world. They did a good job.
Yeah, it's real great.
And I believe it was probably a PlayStation Plus from way back.
Yeah, like, 2015, 2014, 2015 maybe?
Back when we had to walk 15 miles to get to our PlayStation Plus games.
I mean,
It's uphill in the snow.
we lived in New York City, so walking wasn't unusual. Probably could have walked 15 miles in a day and never noticed.
While we wait for these seals, listen, I'm living in New York right now. I'm kind of like, my winter. I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. I'm sure I'm going to miss it in the future. I'm going to miss the whole winter thing. But right now, I'm like loving it.
Okay, let me tell you. It was 70 degrees here this past weekend, and then it snowed yesterday. So, like,
What?
yeah.
How does that? That's extreme. How does that even happen?
Well, it had been, like, it's been cold. It's been cold on and off, so, like, it would get down to the 40s. One morning I woke up and it said it felt like it was 22 out and whatever. So the 70-degree day was like an anomaly. It was real weird. But, yeah.
Interesting. Well, I am sorry for your,
It's alright. I think snow is pretty, but it's just been chilly. But at least we moved out of the old apartment because Rex's apartment, they weren't turning the heat on. It was so cold. I was sleeping I had pajamas. I had on a regular pair of socks and then this big fuzzy pair of slipper socks. On top of my pajamas, I was wearing one of my kigurumis. And then we had like 4 heavy blankets, and then you'd wake up in the morning, and it was like, if you were not under the covers, if any part of you got out of the covers, it was like an ice cube in there. And like, because Rex and I were sharing a bed, it was fine, we were warm.
Yeah.
But his roommate, the thing is, like, Rex's room was all open, so there was no door. It was like the attic space, basically, like the finished attic. And like, we let his roommate take the space heater, and the roommate, Josh, has a door on his room, so he could close it and keep the heat in with the space heater. So you would go in Josh's room, and it was like nice and toasty, and like Rex and I were like, oh my god, we're so cold.
Oh, no.
But no,
that's the worst, when you can't get comfortable in your own house.
But now we have. It's funny because our heat here is set at 65, which is not very warm, to me, I'm cold, but like they're like, oh my god, we're so toasty and it's only 65, it's so great, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, no, I want blankets.
Plus that serious new layer of blubber that you now have now that you're permanently a seal.
I'm a seal forever.
This is taking so long.
Is it meant to take this long?
No, I think try extending the bubble just a little bit further. Like, let it do a corner for maybe a second or two, and then retract. You need to get more. You need to like go a little longer, yeah. Because I don't think they're getting anywhere. And I would say like a sharp corner. Like it should get like that 90 and then go back. I've seen it once or twice as you've been doing it. But
yeah, I've been trying to.
Because you're not gonna pop it if you're seeing the corner. If you're seeing the corner, you're good, but you need to stop soon after. There you go. You see how they're going up now?
Yeah, I see.
There you go. There you go. You got this stuff.
They don't really make that very clear.
No, they don't. So this may be another good candidate, in my opinion, for that bullshit like trophy thing.
Yeah, the trophy name.
Trophy time. Hey, you get
Oh no! Get back here.
Get back here.
Oof.
Come back, my friend.
He was almost outside the bubble.
He's getting mysterious. Oh man, he really was almost outside the bubble.
I know! I was like, no.
Dopey seal over there.
Goofy seal.
I'm trying. Ugh, so this is definitely the longest trophy.
It's the most annoying, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. And I think this one is more clear what you're supposed to do, but I think the fact that it takes a while makes it so that like you're like, wait, am I doing? I think I'm doing what they told me to do, but it's taking way longer than video game mechanics typically.
Oh no! I popped it!
You did?
Yeah, I just got too far.
I'm looking.
Wait, did I?
No, I think you're good.
Oh, okay.
You finally got there. You're good. Whew. So you should hop to another trophy. That took forever. But
Yeah, it did.
congratulations, you did good.
Thank you. Nice day.
Okay. Nice day. It was not a nice day. It was a fucking long ass day. Sorry, I'm a complainer. Congratulations on your gold trophy. You may now quit and recycle and blah blah blah.
Recycle.
Save the whales.
Recycle your game.
That's right. Just toss it behind you. It's in the bin. Once you recycle, spoilers, get eaten by a whale. Oh, sorry. This episode we're gonna call "Wait with the Girls, Interact with the Flower, See the Story."
Okay. How many more
this
playthroughs
is-
do I have?
You're in playthrough number 9 of 12.
Okay, so I interact with the girls.
This time you're gonna let them talk to you. They're gonna talk your ear off.
Okay.
It's gonna be all like, "Hey girls," they're gonna be like, "Hey boy," and then it's gonna go on from there. I actually don't talk to many people, so I can't really guide you.
That's
through that
exactly
part of
how it goes, though. You nailed it.
I assume there's a lot of like intense staring at each other's mouths. That's what humans do, right?
Yes. Yes. You don't want to make eye contact with their eyes.
No.
Eye contact means looking at their mouths.
This is Tony tip number 2 of the day. Find a spot on the face. I like the right nostril. That's where I like to stare. And just intensely focus at the right nostril.
I got a trophy.
Congratulations! Is it the trophy called the Path of Waiting?
It was indeed.
I knew that because I'm reading a thing. It's a bronze trophy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. it's very, very NPR of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Today
gonna
we'd
go to the
like to
right.
talk about.
You've been joining us on ASMR gameplay.
Do you have something you can crunch over there?
Yeah, exactly. I'm now gonna eat potato chips very loudly on the left side of the. And Lauren's gonna pretend she's cutting your hair very intimately. Go to the right.
I'm
You're
writing.
gonna interact with a red bird that is sitting on a rock.
Oh, I passed the red bird. Let me go
Well,
back.
then you have failed. Shut it down. Throw your PlayStation in the garbage.
No, I like it.
Oh, okay. Then just go back to the left, I guess, and interact with the bird.
Now the things
One
are
of the two.
shaking. Is it earthquaking? What's happening?
Oh my gosh. You're probably interacting with a giant, would be my guess.
Whoa.
Yeah. And as most giants do, he's going to give you a flower.
Oh.
When he does that, interact with said flower.
I'm quite good at flowers. I mean, I'm pretty good at flowers too. Not to brag or anything.
Ooh, speaking of which, we got a frost last night, and I did not bring the flowers inside, so I don't think I am good at flowers.
No, you're not good at flowers. Okay, do I follow him?
No, well, you can't. I think you just sort of wait, and then
Oh,
eventually
okay.
he'll give you a flower, and then you're gonna touch the flower. Which, again, tip number 3, after you've stared intensely at the person's nostril, I assume they'll give you something. Typically a flower or something like that. Accept the said gift. That's the next step.
Okay.
But never break contact with the
Oh, you should be staring at the nostril the entire time.
the whole time. It may be confusing because you may not, like, you're grabbing for something, but you can't even see it. Just fumble. You'll get it eventually. It's fine.
Okay, alright.
You know what? Maybe you should go to the left. Because you have been standing there like a long time.
Yeah, he came back. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
That's not a flower, that's a tree.
It's a flower.
Huh.
When I was a kid, I used to pretend that broccoli were little trees.
Yeah, sure. I think a lot of kids did that.
No, I was unique. I'm special. I wasn't that was enough. Like, okay, it's fine, Tony. I'm not gonna read that for you. Oh no.
I just run away?
Okay, so you should have gotten a trophy for breaking his heart.
I didn't.
So, okay, let me see here. After you interact with the flower, you should have some conversation, and then the guy just says, "You will find yourself out to sea." Oh, yeah, okay, you did.
Quite good at flowers, I just got it.
Yay, a silver trophy! And I should point out that Quite Good at Flowers is the only trophy in this game that is entirely bolded.
It was all in caps locks.
It's as if the giant said it.
The
It's
giant
big.
was yelling at me. Can I restart,
it.
or is there like a...
No.
Okay.
There are going to be some mermaids that are going to appear below your ship. When that happens, you're going to want to hold the R2 button, and go to the right, while they shield you from the water. I think they're going to shield you from the water. Or they're going to make it rain on you. Either way, go to the right.
Okay.
It's been like 2 weeks since I played this. All I know, there were mermaids, and I was like, there are no mermen. I am not interested. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of fish. Okay? Because they're mermaids. Get it? So, multiple. Don't worry about it. Go to the right.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Wait, we're all jumping in after them.
Yeah, because they're mermaids, and you know.
Yeah,
men.
yeah.
What can I say?
Women folk in the water.
Congratulations on getting a silver trophy. Quit the game.
Quit the game. Back to village.
Episode number 10. Wait with the girls, interact with the flower, and do not escape the storm.
Okay.
Nearing the end.
Okay.
The yawns are getting increasingly, the contractions and yawns are getting closer.
Well, here's the thing. Our furniture is kind of sparse at the moment, so I'm laying on the floor, which is probably a poor choice. We have an armchair, but the sofa didn't make it out of the older apartment, so
No.
we don't have...
That's not good for circulation. You're going to be all cramped and stuff.
Nah, that's fine.
It's worth it for our fans.
Yeah.
Okay, so get eaten, talk to the girls for like a long time. Then you're gonna exit out of whatever the hell hole you're exiting out of at that point. Then you're going to go to the right. You're gonna talk to the red bird. The giant is gonna give you a flower, air quotes. Interact with the air quote flower, and then talk, and then get thrown out to sea, just like before. So do exactly the same thing that you just did.
Got it.
Good. Good, great, good. Let me look at my notes and see if there's anything that I have not talked about. I think I've said everything. Everything there is to say.
Okay.
Oh, I do like that the game encourages you to play through all the playthroughs by keeping a narrative consistency to your playthrough. That is very nice.
Yeah.
And that's something that I would have expected out of something that was kind of a little bit more simplistic as far as the game design. Excuse me.
Bless
Goodness.
you.
So that was very nice. I like that. What else is there? We talked about the books. Giant's giving you a flower. Let's talk about the full timestamp to this game from howlongtobeat.com. We already talked about that getting the main quest will take you on average 23 minutes according to howlongtobeat.com. If you wanted to do all the stories, the general paths, you'd probably hit close to 52 minutes. And what we're doing, which is getting every single puzzle path and all the trophies, take on an average of 2.5 hours. But we're going to hit it at a record. You're already on another 10, 15, 20 minutes to go.
Cool.
So you're doing great. You're beating the average. I'm so proud of you. You've grown up from, not even knowing what a trophy is to mastering it. Alright, he's gonna give you a flower. You're gonna be all, thanks, boo.
Let me push this thing over.
Right. And he's gonna be like, I'll get you another flower. You're gonna be like, thanks, boo. Then you're gonna ghost him, because that's how we do.
Yeah, this generation's stupid.
It's true. He's gonna be on I don't understand, I can't see the Burly Beard Insta stories anymore. What's going on? That's what the kid's using, right? Insta? Right?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, no one's using Tumblr anymore.
No, because they banned porn.
What a terrible idea. Porn makes the world
That
go
was
round,
their whole
say.
business profit model thing.
It absolutely was. Clearly they have intentions of selling it, and clearly it's they couldn't do it with
right.
the liability of
Sure.
porn, and there were some child pornography issues as well.
Yeah.
So it's just well, I guess they just decided to screw everyone over that was using it by not letting them screw each other over.
Okay, so I'm back at the thunderstorm.
We're going to go to the left this time.
Okay.
So hold the L2 trigger and let the storm take you over. Hold that L2. It's raining. You ever been stung by a mermaid before?
No, I haven't.
Negative.
Have you ever been stung by a jellyfish? I never asked you.
No, I haven't. I have the only thing I've been stung at in the beach. I've been bitten by a crab, which is hilarious. I was swimming. Yeah, I was swimming, and all of a sudden I felt this pain in my finger, and I was like, "What is that?" And I pulled my hand up because it wasn't too bad, but it was painful. I pulled it up, and there was just a crab hanging from my finger. It was a small guy, but I was like, "Are you kidding? That's fucking insane."
That's hilarious. Okay, I got.
It's like, what are the chances of that? Congratulations, you've gotten the silver trophy. She's a goner. Reset the game.
Cool.
Yeah, set a crab on me. And I've also stepped on a bee at the beach, which is crazy. Ooh. Like, I stepped on a bee that stung me. The only time I've been stung, and it was from, like, putting my foot on a bee that I guess was just chilling on the ground.
That's the only time you've ever been stung by a bee?
I know, and it was like, but at the beach? That doesn't even seem common.
No. No, yeah, I've definitely stepped on bees before, probably 2 or 3 times. But never at the beach. Like, there's no flowers at the beach.
I agree. And I was near the water, too. So when I stepped on something, I even thought to myself, oh, maybe I stepped on a shell, or maybe another crab got me. It was a bee, and I was definitely like, well, that just seems odd. What the hell was the bee doing there?
Yeah.
And it was weird. And I'm not barefoot very often. I'm barefoot at the beach, of course. But
right.
I guess that's why I've never stepped on a bee before, but I don't know. I was very confused by the sequence of events.
All right, so this playthrough, do I talk to the ladies?
Yeah, talk to the girl, let them chill. Yeah, I guess, you know, they probably are ladies. I apologize. I've been calling them girls. The guide has been calling them girls, but I don't know how old these women are. So let's go with ladies.
I mean, they've been in a whale's belly long enough to think that there's some spiritual thing happening here. So I'm guessing they're older.
Yes, they are mature and dignified women who believe in a crazy cult and live inside of a whale. We should respect them and their decisions.
Absolutely.
So, after getting them talking to the loons, you're going to be evacuated again from the whale. Mm-hmm. You're going to go to the right, interact with the red bird, and then let them all talk. But this time, mm-hmm. instead of interacting with the tree and ghosting him, you're going to interact with the ship. So to clarify, do not touch the tree / flower. Touch the ship instead.
Okay.
Okay. You got this. You got this. Hasty Beard is a bit screamy.
Yes.
I'm just saying, he's got a bit of a temper, that Hasty Beard.
Well, he's hasty.
I want this to be their names, because I wanted the mother to go like, yes, you seem like Hasty. All 3 of you are going to have amazing beards. Well, I guess she wouldn't have named them Beard, because that would be the family name. Okay, ignore that last part. You're like the shoemakers, you know, like generations of people named after something.
Named after their career or whatever.
Yeah, they would just be the Beards, because the whole line... The whole lineage is of amazing beards. So let me know when you interact with that ship and you get another pop.
So do I wait for the rock guy to come back?
No, go to the left, walk to the left.
Yeah, I mean I have, but you can't get to the boat before he comes back.
Event, you should be able to see the boat though.
Yeah, it's there. Right, but that was my question. I ignore the tree that he brought me in, hit the boat instead, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. Reginald, do I touch the tree or do I touch the boat?
I'm gonna ask him that when he gets home.
Oh dear, it's my favorite thing. Oh dear. It's a rock mountain thing guy.
Quite good at throwing. Oh, you were wrong. It wasn't the only one in all caps.
You're right. There was the counterpart. My
Yes.
bad. Another silver, quite good at throwing. Congratulations.
Thank
You're gonna go to the
you.
right. You're gonna exhaust the dialogue, and you're gonna get an attempted murder by a crocodile.
Cool.
And in order to avoid your untimely death, you're gonna hold the R2 button as the crocodile kind of comically tries to swallow you with the log. You'll hold the R2 button and eventually you will escape the crocodile.
Okay.
So go to the right, let the dialogue go, crocodile will try and eat you, hold R2 as it does that. You know, for all these adventures that you guys have been on, like, none of them have been calm. They've all been like, we've almost been eaten by this, we've almost been killed by this.
For sure.
We drowned, I turned into a seal at one point, that was weird.
Holding R2. Okay. Poor beastie.
Congratulations on getting another silver trophy, poor beastie. Quit and restart.
Okay.
This is it, Lauren. Take a breath, straighten your back, feel good about yourself. We're on the final ending, ending number 12.
Great.
Yes, that's great. Okay, we're gonna wait with the girls. We're gonna interact with the ship, and this time we're gonna let the crocodile do his thing.
Cool.
Your enthusiasm is infectious. Everyone is super into it.
I'm so tired.
At this point, I was also like, just give it to me.
Yeah.
Just give it to me. So let the girls talk. They're gonna be super cute. They're gonna be so funny, and they're gonna go on, and you're gonna chuckle. Oh, you're gonna chuckle so hard. After you get done chuckling, it's gonna expel you from the whale from, let's say, its mouth. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say it's its mouth. It's fine. You're gonna leave. You're gonna go to the right. Once you go to the right, you're gonna talk to a red bird. It's a very rare species of bird, so that's cool. But the giant monster that, it's inexplicable. Does it have a whole species of giant monsters? Is this the only one? How did it get born? This one seems like a child. Where are the parents? It's a very small island. As you question all of that, he's going to leave a tree down. You're going to ignore the tree. You're going to interact with the ship because you're rude. You're going to go to the right. A crocodile's going to eat you, and you're going to let him eat you by holding the L2 button. Do you think you have all of the instructions?
Yes, I definitely do.
I would love it if you epically messed this up in such a way that the game was like, now deleting. No! This is it. I'm so excited for your very first platinum.
Yay, it's coming soon.
Again, and not just for the show. This is Lauren's very first platinum. When you turn on your PlayStation and you look at your trophy list, you're gonna have a 1 next to that crown jewel.
Bird.
Touch the bird. Touch the bird.
There he goes, flying away.
Touch it.
Yeah.
So, we're so close to the end, I feel like you could start giving me your impressions of the game.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit. Like, I think it's fun for a single playthrough, but more than once, and you're like, oh my god, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about what it'd be like playing this blind, and I did think to myself, they could have done better with sort of the making the way paths clearer.
Sure.
That's a negative.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Also, would I ever have the desire to come back to this? If I played it once, and then got my tea with Reginald. Would I want to come back to this? And I thought to myself, and I'd be like, not really. We've had other experiences that are much quicker to kind of get into, and I don't really feel that kind of kitschy, like, cutesiness a lot. So
Right.
I don't disagree. This is a nice artistic venture, but I just don't think it's a 5 out of 5 Time Magazine. So don't talk to the tree, talk to the sheep.
Right. Okay.
Alright, and then this time, when you get eaten by the crocodile, you're going to hold the L2 button.
I thought the L2 button was to me. Then I'm supposed to let it eat me, right?
Yeah, which is the L. You were pushing R2 previously.
Was I?
You want to push L2. Once it eats you, you need to get to the crocodile
Right.
first.
Right.
And mercifully, the game does also, because it remembers all of your dialogue choices, it changes the dialogue in a way that's cute and pithy, but also more importantly, it condenses it, so you're not forced to listen to the same shit all over again. Also, it's not voice acted, which means you don't have to sort of listen to the voice acting, and or you don't have to listen to snippets of voice acting, because that's even obnoxious too. Is if you're given the option to skip dialogue, but you hear like the ready, that's annoying too. So I'm glad we don't have that. You still there? Lauren. Oh my goodness, did we lose you like a minute from the platinum?
Oh
That
my
would be
gosh,
hilarious.
yes. I was like asleep.
No, you're so close. You are so close. You can do this.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, you can. You're like a minute away. It's
Okay.
the funniest thing in the world. I love it so much.
What do I
Okay,
do?
you've been thrown. You're good, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna see a crocodile. When you see the crocodile, hold the L2 button.
Okay.
This is like New Year's Eve. You're like 20 seconds away. This is exciting. Oh, fantastic. Go to the right, I think. I think you can go to the right. The crocodile?
No, he's just
What did you do last time? It just shows up?
Yeah. I just did it. I
Okay.
did it.
Wait, did you get to get the trophy? Did it happen?
Not yet.
Hold L2.
Yeah, I did. I already got that part. He already smushed me.
I love it.
Foiled by the tree.
Oh my god. That's a silver
You've
trophy.
done it!
And you've done it?
Yeah.
Lauren, you've gotten the platinum
I
fucking
got a
trophy.
platinum trophy.
Woo! Woo! A pink platinum, a pickle of platinum, a perky platinum punch pie? Platinum!
So many peas of platinum.
Lauren, that is very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You played the entirety of this game. Every single second of it, done.
It was a lot of game.
It was a lot of game, and it was a bit tiring, so I don't blame you for dozing off.
Sorry, yeah, I wake up real early for work, guys. So like this, whatever time it is o'clock is like past Lauren's bedtime.
Yeah. Well, you've done it. You've played the game. Literally, you've played the entire game. So we have
Cool.
one segment left. Just one.
Yeah.
Metacritic review game. Are you ready?
Yes.
You've gotten the trophy. You've gotten all the trophies. It's time for something we're calling the Metacritic review game. Here's how we play. First, you give me what you would rate this game out of 100 and why. Then I'll read to you the highest and lowest critic ratings without the numbers they were signed, and you tell me you think your score will be higher or lower. Are you ready to play?
Yeah.
Tell me, what's your score? 0 to 100.
75.
For all the reasons stated before, I assume.
Because it's like cutesy and it's a nice little puzzle, but like sometimes the paths aren't clear. The playthrough's real short, so there's not really much to it. You know,
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah. Well, There's only one review, one critic review, other than the Time review, which I already read to you. There's only one review that's available from Metacritic. So let me read that to you now.
Okay.
Burly Men at Sea will definitely charm you through, and although it can get repetitive if you try to get all the endings for the game, agreed,
Yeah.
the stories are well written and it's exciting to see what happens next. Lots of color, fun music and sound, and witty writing bring this to a very well-rounded game that is likely to please most people. That was PSX Extreme. So based on that one review, do you think you went higher or lower?
Probably lower.
I have no answer for you because unfortunately not enough people have played this game to even give this a Metacritic rating. I can tell you that PSX Extreme, they voted it as... Need to select this. Hello? Oh my gosh, select all. 80. They gave it an 80. So you went lower than
I went lower, yeah.
that one magazine did. And
Yeah.
of course Time magazine declared this the pinnacle of all human creation. So you went lower than them as well.
Yeah, clearly. I like how
So you're
that
done.
review you just read said lots of color, except for there was a very muted palette, and there wasn't really lots of color. They just used it well.
Yeah, you're right. There was definitely a design choice to make this not only minimalistic, but you're right, like a very kind of foggy color palette.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I love the choice. It's just lots of color is not the correct way to describe what is going on in this game.
Yeah, yeah. And even color as far as the dialogue. The dialogue is also a bit dry. It's not
Yeah.
like an over-the-top humor. It's absurdist, but dry. So,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Is it time for the last segment? Is it worth downloading? Is this
Yeah,
game
let's do
worth
it.
our time?
Let's do that part. First,
We've
you
talked
you
about-
gave us the time sync already,
Yes.
right?
2.5 hours to get the platinum trophy if you're doing it slow. We did
Yeah,
fast.
we
got it
skipped
in
a
under
lot,
2
yeah.
hours. We even took a nap. At a disk size of 576.91 megabytes. It's half of a gig.
Yeah.
And a price point normally of $9.99 for the regular version of the game, $14.99 if you want that soundtrack. What do we think? Is this worth a free download for PS Plus?
I definitely think it's worth the free download.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the tiniest footprint on your PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
I would say give it a play.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say play all 12 episodes.
No, you don't need to play every single one. I mean, it's interesting if you want to do like one of each, like one with the barrels and the I don't know, one without the barrels, and then one where you talk to the people, and then maybe go back and because there were 3 in each,
Yeah.
4 in each, or whatever. I don't know.
Three, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're a trophy hoarder like I am, then definitely go for it. It's the smallest time commitment, but use a guide, because if you're going to try and figure it out on your own, you're going to be spending way too much time for no good reason.
Sure.
It's not one of those puzzles that's like, oh, I figured it out. It's more of a, I literally have no idea what to do. The game isn't telling me at all what I should be doing.
Right. Well, and I think that's the point of point and clicks, which I mean, maybe it's not, and maybe that's just how I've always played them. Yeah, let me just click on some shit and see what happens. But if you're trying to figure out the different story from the last time you played, yeah, you're gonna want a thing to follow.
No, you are completely correct. The point-and-click adventures, they have a long history in sort of the beginnings of gaming, in which there was a lot of padding of games to make it so that, just figure it out. Combos, figure it out. And you got a sense of, pride that, I
Yeah.
did it. I figured out the random thing. I think it doesn't mesh today with modern gaming. Modern
Right.
gaming sensibilities, we need to have a clear indication of what I'm supposed to be doing. And so modern point-and-click adventure games steer away from that. And it's more about, push X at this time and get it right and avoid dying. It's a little different.
Yeah. For sure. Well, I think I'm ready to call it a night now, Tony.
I think so. So, no pun today, folks. Just because there is none. It's certainly not because I spent over an hour agonizing over how to use Burly Men at Sea in a creative way without devolving into a gay joke. That's not the reason that there's no fun.
Yep.
Where can people find us for more content, and what are we up to this week?
You can watch all of the episodes of Two Gamers One Trophy back catalog at YouTube. Just look up Two Gamers One Trophy. That's the numeral 2 and then numeral 1. Next week starts Overwatch's Winter Wonderland, so that's what I'll be doing for the rest of December. So
Nice.
you can find me there. What about you?
Thank you to everyone for watching, commenting, and otherwise interacting with us. It's a delight to share the world of PS Plus with everyone. And a quick thank you for our title music provided by Sewer Hair. You can find more of his work on Spotify, is what I would normally say if we had played the music. We did not. So, yeah, sorry about that. As far as what I'm doing, I'll be playing more Fallout 76 because I paid for it, damn it, and I'm going to play it no matter if it's terrible or not.
Because you're a glutton for punishment.
But if you're a Glut for Punishment viewer, come join me. I'll give you a gun or a stim pack or whatever the hell I managed to get glitched out of the game. As far as what we're doing together, the holidays are coming, so
Yes.
the schedule the rest of the month might be a bit erratic. We're going
Yeah.
to try and keep the Thursdays, but we'll give a heads up if it's not going to happen with a quick note in Twitch or something. I got to get Twitch updated anyway. But
Cool.
the goal is to either play Roundabout or possibly Soma, which is the major PS4 title.
Yeah.
Most people think Christmas, they think psychological horror. So I
course.
think that might be the route we're going to go.
Sounds good.
And that's always live here on Twitch, Thursdays at 7 p.m., or really anytime you want to watch on YouTube.
Yep. Thank you.
That's it. Congratulations. You've got a Platinum Trophy. A round of applause for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.